Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about how Zuma is now using the Crime Intelligence Division to monitor political opposition. Okay? And this is where it's wrong and it's messed up. And first of all, it takes away the Democratic Alliance's freedom of speech because they fear they're being watched all the time. And it takes away their freedom of assembly. And that's going to cause rift in the DA because there's more than likely an ANC spy somewhere in there trying to cause rift. And that is wrong because all the anti-Zuma protests that the DA has done, their leader, Mamusi Mamani, has made it very clear that the protests need to be peaceful. And the protests have been peaceful. At the anti-Zuma protest, particularly with the DA, it was very, very peaceful. It was the opposition came from, the violent opposition came from the counter-protest of the ANC and Zuma supporters. So this is just wrong. One, the DA has not been violent. They've been very, very peaceful in their protests, and they've done everything through the Constitution, through legal channels. Number two, okay, it was said this Crime Intelligence Division was created to decrease armed robberies and carjackings. Well, since this division was created, armed robberies and carjackings have gone on the increase. So Zuma this is basically just a cheap bid because everybody's predicting the DA to win the 2019 elections legally. So this is just nothing more than an illegal, unconstitutional, cheap bid to go after political opposition. And they don't have any legal basis on it because Zuma has not been threatened by the DA as far as his life goes. He's not been threatened by the DA. The DA has pushed him to resign, but they've gone through peaceful and legal channels to do so. If you saw the last Parliament meeting on YouTube, the South African Parliament, the Speaker of Parliament, she tried to shut up Mamusi Mamani and the Democratic Alliance as much as she could and didn't hardly allow them to speak. Finally, it got to the point that he was allowed to state his point, but the ANC, and particularly the Speaker, who's ANC, did their utmost best to try to shut Mamusi Mamani up, and then one of his white counterparts in the DA, one of the ANC members, just went back and called him white boy, and the Speaker reluctantly asked this guy to stop calling him white boy. They reluctantly, because then if you watch the video, you would see how she did it reluctantly. But anyways, this is just sick and sadistic. Now, the EFF has had a history of violence and a history of inciting violence, but it's not the EFF that's the main target of these anti-Zuma situation. It's the DA. The DA has been the main target of the crime investigation unit, and then also there was a meeting between Zuma and the law enforcement officials, but also the veterans of the Mkumta Wesizwe, which was a militant group of the ANC during apartheid. They were there at that meeting. They do not need to be there if it is talking about countering crime, and they wouldn't have any reason to be there if it wasn't anything any more than monitoring political opposition, basically illegally monitoring political opposition. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless everybody. Bye-bye.